Hey y'all, how's it going? It's your friendly neighborhood kill cam here, and we're talking Rust base building again. Furnace bases. I just love me some furnace bases. Once you get used to the efficiency of a large furnace in Rust, you just want to have one all the time. So I'm on a new kick with the usual large furnace minimal build. You know, the small circle of alternating squares and triangles that often gets wrapped around a large furnace after it's placed. It's okay and all, but it's not very secure. It's usually a couple walls and in. So I started trying out some large furnace build ideas of my own, and to be honest, they all got ridiculously expensive in stone and metal really fast, beyond the scope of most solo players and even small clans of vanilla servers. So I ran around looking and found this gem of a layout from a YouTuber by the name of ShandogGaming. He calls it his strongest, most OP furnace base design. I'm going to put the link to his video in the description of this one so you can see how to build it if you're interested. I'll run through the basics here though before we're done. And as you can see here, we're going through the base. It's it's not the most secure base in the world, but for a large furnace base, it's pretty good. And the cost in stone, while it's not cheap, a solo player could probably get this done in a couple of days. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I've done it. It's it's challenging if you're on a high pop server, but it can be done. And here you can see you've got all kinds of doors and ladder hatches up and down. Your furnace is protected by more than just one block of honeycombing all the way around. I'll show you the layout from on top. But as you can see, we're as far as a large furnace base goes, you can pretty much live out of this one and defend it. It's not just a little eggshell basically like you normally see. So this is a mock-up that I threw together on a creative server for the purpose of illustration. No fancy defenses or structures on the upper two floors. That's up to your personal taste. Personally, I like to add the extensions jutting out around the towers with ladder hatches to shoot down at people picking at your walls on the ground floor, but that's a luxury item. You don't have to do added expenses like that if you just want to run around, have fun after your basic tower is up. All you really need is these doors you're about to see, or even just windows if you're that cheap. You don't want to grind out all the metal frags to surround the top floor with armored doors. As you can see here, the doors give visibility and field of fire just about 360 degrees around the base, even without the added floor frame and ladder hatch extensions I talked about it a minute ago. There's the fireman chute that gives you a quick way to get out. Leads all the way down to the front and back door on the other side. And here we're heading up to the roof. Again, the roof's pretty clean. I didn't put any defenses here. You could put angled roofs here if you want to have protection, or those low ledges that could crouch behind. This is just for show purposes. Just your basic roof there. You can pretty much decide whatever you want to do up there for cover. And that's pretty much it. Here's the fireman chute down. Boom. Out of the base real quick. Get the drop on people. Not expecting you. They see you on your roof and all of a sudden you're down on top of them. And here's the base from above. Deliberately. No, it's not a Star of David. It's not a sheriff's star. This is the way the base looks. It's the guy's design. Here you can see the ground floor layout. You don't have to start with those big triangles sticking out. You can just start with the normal circle around the large furnace in the middle. I just put this here so you can see the layout. What I'd do if I was starting out on day one of a wipe, I would just start with a small circle, then add the little triangles sticking out of the triangles there, close those in, and then you add in the big triangles, the double stack walls there. You do those last because you want to do the small triangles first that stick off the inner ring, because if you want to put any kind of flooring down or the walls, you have to do those first. Otherwise, what happens is if you put the double stack of the big triangles in there, once their walls are up, you can't put walls up on the same level or floors. So you want to have, anytime you want to add a floor to your base, you definitely want to do the small triangles first. Here I'll show you briefly. I'll just spawn in some walls and floors. Walls. Alright, so as you can see, you place the walls in the little triangles. And here we're going to do my famous 2-floor build. I never like to live on the bottom floor if I can avoid it. I like to always start living on the 3rd floor. But yeah, look, you can see you can clip the walls through, no problem. It goes through a little bit. They're still blue. If you did it the reverse way though, it wouldn't be true. But as you can see, both sides, boom, walls going right through. No trouble. You can put your floor on, So like I said, what you want to do, you want to put put floors on your small triangles there before you start building up the big one. The big ones on either side. Now let's see what happens when you try to do it the other way. Just get rid of this this twig. As you can see here, doing it the other way, it's red. Couldn't go through. Won't do it. So just keep in mind, if you're going to use this design, small triangles first you build up, then the big triangles outside. You see me doing it again. I put the walls in the small triangle first. Every time I want to go up a floor, just add onto those first, and you'll have no problems with the clipped walls. And it just makes the design extra strong. I mean, they can't get in without blowing through at least 2 of those walls if they come through the sides. And those sides are all around your base, so it just makes your base that much more secure. You can see the basic perimeter here. Once you put the backing in, here I like you have the double stack wall. And the other thing you have to keep in mind is, if you have to make a door to get in here, you have to sacrifice one of the double stacked walls on one side and use the door frame use the double doors, like you can see on the right there that I have. That's how you get in and out. Otherwise, you won't be able to fit if you just use the regular door frame and not the one that gives you the double doors, because you won't be able to. Your character won't be able to squeeze through them. But that's pretty much it. You can do what you want. I like this design. It's scalable. You could start, keep it as small as you want. You can make it 2 floors high, 3 floors high, 8 floors high. It's up to you. All you need is this basic footprint on the bottom. Hell, even if you want, you can make the base even wider. You could add triangles so that they still go all around the outside. So I like that. It gives you the option. You could keep it small and cheap, or you can go crazy and make it a giant complex. It's all up to you. That's pretty much it, really. Again, check out ShandogGaming's video for a more in-depth look at how to build the base. Seems like a cool guy. Check out the rest of his channel, see what else he might have to offer. Next time you drop down a large furnace base in Rust, give this a try. As usual, if you like the video or have anything to say about a cool furnace base that you've seen in game, comment please. While you're at it, toss me a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. You know the drill. Until next time, guys.